Hi everyone, I want to show you a really quick layout that you can do using the Outlaws dies, simple stories, simple pages, page pieces, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, simple stories, simple page pieces. Okay, there we go. Some photos and then some regular cardstock. For this one, I didn't have any pattern paper that I thought fit my theme very well, and the pattern papers that I did have didn't really go with this color scheme, so I just went with solids. So I'm going to show you how well the solids can kind of work for you. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need one of your dies from Outlaws. This is the Radio Waves. This is the small one, the smallest of the waves in that set. Then I'm going to use the Simple Stories page pieces, and then of course my cardstock. So this is how fast this thing can come together. So are you ready? Here it goes. All right, I'm gonna set that right there. On the dies, I have a Cuttlebug, and as you can see, it has cut one of my pieces before, and I'm gonna cut it again. So, I don't know what it is with my Cuttlebug, but for some reason, sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. So every now and then, I have to use shims because I don't know if my rollers get moved or whatever, so I have them just in case. And then one of the things that I wanted to show you with Radio Waves, especially this one, is that the die itself can be placed exactly in the center of your paper to give you just a really nice gentle wave. But I made these dies to where if you look, the edge goes all the way out this way. It's actually a little bit longer than 12 inches. So what you can do is you can play and manipulate this die to where you can stretch it almost the entire way of this 5.5 inch piece and get a really long high arc on both sides and then a really low dip. So you can play with these dies and the position that you put them in. Some of them can really give you a lot of varying angles and whatnot with them. So play with them a little bit and see which areas you like. I have on mine one acrylic piece that I do not cut on. That is because acrylic pieces tend to get really chopped up, and that choppiness and fibers and everything else that can get embedded into this acrylic can actually re-embed into your papers. So always make sure that one of my plates is completely solid. No, it is still not liking this. This is crazy. My Cuttlebug has never done this before. I guess this is one of the reasons why I guess they don't really make them anymore. But they do work. I mean, I have used it, so... Oh, that is going to break my paper. Okay, my shim needs to be a little bit different here. Not so thick. So... let us get a sheet of paper. That should do it. Shims are funny things, I'm telling you what. There we go. I think that might do it. Did that do it? Yep, that did. Okay. So yeah, even a thin little piece of paper can actually make a difference. It's so crazy. You didn't hear it crack, but it cut, so that's a good thing. Again, that might be why one of the reasons why Cuttlebug has kind of gone out the window on die machines. But like I said, you still can find the plates, and they do work. You may have to shim them, but they do work. All right, so here's I'm going to put my die to the side where I'm not going to lose it, because I probably will. I'm good like that. And then I am going to... put those two together like that. Picture, 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 picture. Oh, I could probably throw another one of these in there if I wanted. Not that one, though. Maybe that one. But I want to put my little golf cart in here, too, so. Okay, and I want... There's a lot of black and gray in this, so I really would like to double matte on my photos. So what I may just go ahead and do, since these are so nicely put here, I might just go ahead and do a strip My photos are 5.5 inches tall. So if I want to do 1/8 of an inch, 5.5, 2/8 of an inch is 5 3/4. Okay, so do that, and then I want to do it around each picture. Ooh, how wide are they? Okay, so just over, so if I do 3 3/4, I should get it. Let's test that before I cut anything else. Yeah. See, that's a little bit perfect on the sides, but it makes it a little bit long on the top edges. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that down just a hair. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay. Trim it down just a hair. And then like so. Some of these pictures must be cut just a hair bigger than the others, but that's okay. Okay. Like that. Might not even need the black. 5 3/4 and 1/8. 5 3/4 and 1/8. Like I said, I might not need this black, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes when you're putting it on colors, it makes the colors really pop, especially if you're not using those colors anywhere else in your layouts, which is what I'm doing. So I want to make sure everything pops. Just like that. Yep, just like that. And then this one, because it's only going to be a couple of photos, I don't want to go all the way with it. I want to end. Now, how on earth did I do that? Huh. Well, that was silly of me. Okay. 5 3/4 and 1/8. There we go. I do not know what happened. That's crazy. Okay. That. And that. And then I will cut that off where I need it. Which, did I even those? No, they're both kind of the same. Okay, sometimes I get them just right, sometimes I don't. If you don't match up your edge lines here, you can always take this other one down a little bit and then just trim off the excess if you want to get it like straight across, which is what I'm going to do. put that like that. Get my little pencil, trusty dusty little pencil. Add that there. And there we go. Okay, I like that. And then, so let me get these down so that I know what my dimensions are going to be for this. Not too picky about exact dimensions anymore like I used to be. So that's kind of a good thing, as I've been scrapbooking so long. I stopped worrying about all the little itty bitty tiny little itty bitty details. I used to be so precise that I would bring out a ruler to make sure that my top lined up with my bottom and it was the exact same space between the exact same piece. It was time consuming, and I realized how much time I was wasting doing that, and that I could have been scrapbooking. Could have been making more layouts. So that was the idea, and that was the goal, was to do that quickly. And the same thing with this, doing it quickly means not using adhesive over every little nook and cranny of my paper. Not only do I save money with my adhesives, but I'm not taking as much time either. Okay, that didn't really come out very square. There. That's better. All right, so I got that. I don't know if I want to ink this just yet because of what I want to put on here. I don't know if that's gonna, if that kind of texture is gonna give me exactly what I want. So I'm kind of holding on that. I probably will, knowing me, but just in case, I'm not gonna do it just yet. Inking really honestly does make a big difference in your layouts. So I usually do it, but not always. Okay, now this one, I'm going to skip the middle and I'm going to go to the end so that I can put the middle one in exactly the middle place. If it has a little bit more or a little bit less on either side of it like this does, that's fine. But I definitely only want so much on my edges. So that's a little bit more important to me for placement. Get out of there. And again, this is a quick layout. This is not a layout that I'm doing to be picky. This is not a layout I'm doing to be an award winner on anything. This is just one that I want to get done. I want to put it down in my album, and I'm happy with the way it's going to turn out. If I want to come back later, and if I want to add more journaling, more embellishments, or whatever, I can if I want to. But I don't always want to do that with every single layout that I create. So it's nice to sometimes just literally slam a layout down, get it done, and call it good. Kind of feels good to just complete something sometimes. So in this instance, it's better to kind of just let it go and be happy and done with it. Okay. All right, now I'm not going to glue them down just yet because I do want to get out my titles on this and I want to see where I want to put everything. So I am not going to glue that down. I am going to go ahead and ink this because I know me and I know I'm not going to like it unless it's inked. And I am going to use black because I'm going to stay with my theme. some of these daubers really give you a, you can see it kind of like scallops where you're hitting it, because they're a little bit uneven on the tops, and I don't like that. So kind of go back in, and I'm not doing it on this angle, I'm doing it on the top, so I'm not getting as much of a that fuzzy look. I'm trying to kind of spread it out just a little bit. Yeah, I knew I needed to do that. One of the other things that I know, and it's probably going to annoy me, and I'll tell you right now, is that these page pieces are backed in white. And I know that's going to bug me. So do not be surprised if you see me inking the heck out of them and in the black, just to kind of get rid of that white and maybe change it to a little bit more gray, because I know it's going to bug me. I hate that look. I don't know why they can't just cut the exact size around whatever they're doing. I don't know why there has to be these white borders around everything. I don't know. It drives me crazy. I am going to go ahead. I'm not going to ink all the way up, and adhesive. I'm not going to put adhesive on this edge, just in case I do want to tuck something down in there later if I come up with some journaling or, you know, memories or whatever else about this event. So I'm just putting adhesive down on the bottom here. And again, too, I'm not worried about it too much, because when I put it in my page protector, that page protector is going to press this down. So I don't have to adhesive every nook and cranny of this. And I'm not even putting an entire line of adhesive down here on the bottom. I'm skipping, like, and this is like 2 inches, almost 2.5 inches of a skip. So, you know, those 2.5 inches that you're not putting down on adhesive, they will add up to how much adhesive you'll actually save and not use. So, you know, kind of be aware of that. That when you're doing those whole strips, you're using a lot of adhesive, especially if you're using those little itty bitty ones. You're going through adhesive like crazy, I'm sure. All right, so there is some red in here, and I think that's okay. You're probably wondering why the heck I chose this kind of background, because in this set, there is that little bit of an aqua green, and so I wanted to really pull that out. So, that's going to be so cute. Okay, so then I want to put my golf. I kind of wish it said 4, but no such luck. All right. So I'm going to put my little golf. Well, you know what? Let's. I want this next to my T. Oh, they only have the club going one direction. So, oh, lost a star. There's a lot of stars in this one, which is kind of cool. Okay, where's my pickup stick? There it is. If you haven't seen these from close to my heart, they're really cool. They're just like a big wax stick, and you can pick up everything and anything from anywhere, and they're really long, and you can use them for like forever. They're really cool. They were a gift at one of my scrapbook retreats from Miss Tina. Get up there. I didn't do a hole-in-one, so I really don't want to use that saying, but... And again, I didn't have scrapbook paper, so, not scrapbook paper, I'm using scrapbook paper. I didn't have, embellished, or pattern paper, sorry. I'm sorry, my brains are just non-existent. So, I'm just going with what I've got. And again, this is not, it's not a big deal, it's not a perfect thing, it's not, you know, anything like that. So, but I'm still happy with it. I'm not gonna get all crazy. Okay, this ball and this, I want to have prominent. But I want that title to stand out too. So I think what I'm gonna do is that. Go that way with it. put this here, move this over, and then that way I can do, whoops, that. Aha, okay. I like that. And then I think this needs to, that's not the one I started already. There it is. This one needs to go here. Got 1, 2, 3 stars there and only 2 there, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna move this a little that way. Give that a little bit of a kick to it. Okay, now that being said, I like how that's looking, and honestly, I'm gonna skip doing all of the black on the edges on this one because the white does stand out and there's enough of it that it's balancing okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that alone, and I'm just gonna start gluing these puppies down. Where is my, no, I'm not gonna use Fabric Tech. Ah, there it is. Do I have my little, no, it's not full. No, it's not full. Why is it not full? I normally have a little bottle of my glue. For some reason, it is a wall. That's not good. All right, well, hopefully I'll try not to make too much of a mess. I have a tendency to do that. Okay, when I'm gluing, I am always using my tweezers. My tweezers are my best friend when I'm gluing down stuff. Cactus is my other one. Okay. You don't want to put a lot of glue on these things because I'm telling you, a little bit of this glue goes a really long way. You do not want to gum up your glue, and you don't want to have really long blobs that come out on the sides and everything, because you don't need that. You don't want to have that on your layout. It looks really bad. Oh, you know what? I did not glue that down yet. And I'm going to pay the price for that. Watch. Yep, I sure did. All right, let me get this down real quick. There we go. Phew, that was close. Forgot to put that down. That would not have been a good thing. Okay, let's get this one down before I forget. This one does have a little bit more weight to it, so I did put a little bit more adhesive on the back, but it still doesn't have to be everything everywhere. Get that out of there, get that out of there. There we go. My pictures are done on a Canon selfie, so I'm not worried about touching them. Normally, glossy photos can leave a residue with your hand on there. I will take my Creative Memories photo cleaner, yeah, my Creative Memories photo cleaner cloth, and I will use it later, but I will not, I'll don't worry about it when I'm actually using my layouts and putting them down. Okay, wanted it there. And I'm not worried about the glue going onto my photos. This is actually photo-safe glue from Scotch. They've changed the name. It used to be called Photo Glue, but now it's called Craft, what is it? Create Tacky Glue. Again, not using too much of it, or trying not to anyway. Okay, I'm gonna put him back at a little bit of an angle. Yeah, they're down. Okay, now this guy might give me grief with glue, because if I start doing this over here, it might go a little bit out of whack. I think my letters are big enough I can use my ATG. And I'm right, which is good. And it'll give me a little bit more playroom too. More wiggle room on where I want to put it. Placement. Slide this a little bit. So I want to, yeah, that works. All right. Let's see. Let's do that one there. Move this one a little bit more that way. There we go. Move that one that way. A little thing on there. Get it off. There we go. Okay, I am going to look carefully. I want my shadow for this ball and this ball to be identical so that they don't look really weird. So I want to make sure I put those shadows in the right positions. That's a little bit of something. I'll cover that with the ball. One of the things that I could do too that would be really cool is to pop up the balls with dimensional dots with adhesive, dimensional adhesive. That would be something cool I could do too. Or the stars. I could pop a lot of these up with dimensionals. Just didn't think of it. But again, this is just quick, down and dirty. So not a lot of, come on, get out there, glue. Not a lot of pomp and circumstance to this one, which is fine. Okay, now that one's on. This one needs to go down. Okay. Well, this one, I think I'm going to edge it just slightly. Not a whole lot, just enough on the edge to kind of, yeah, there we go. I like that. Okay. Again, get that ball the right way. And get that last star over there. I know what's bugging me. There's red on this page and there's no red on this one. Let us see if we can fix that. The bad thing about this glue is it's not forgiving. So I need to be careful with how I take that off. So let's put the red guy there. Come on, glue. Now. Go this way. There we go. There we go. So, there's a fix. All right. And that's it. Done. So, oh, there's a little bit of a something there, but that's okay. Again, quick and easy page, down and dirty. The simple pages really make it easy. You don't need a lot when you do the borders either. You could do, if you wanted to come in and embellish this even further, you probably could do like some grass down here, which I did leave a little bit of room if I want to do that with my Creative Memories border punch. Just to give it a little texture, you could definitely do that. Again, too, you can come back here and you can pop it up. But all I have to do now is just my little journaling there, and I'm set and good to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.